Yeah. I think I'll just take this opportunity to show you what I've just been working on over the last few weeks then. Because me and Jenna Fredo made some observations of the sun, and what we did, we're trying to collate as much information. It's a bit like the moon race video. You know, the moon race video I did. It's a little bit like that, really. So let me just find it. Here it is. Go back one. Yeah, so you'll see basically you've got my sun and you've got Jenna's sun, and we basically race them against each other. This is when it was high on the Tropic of Cancer on the summer solstice. Yeah. So it's very similar to the moon race type video. But what we've done, you see, we've collected loads and loads and loads of data. So we've got like a timestamp image. We've actually collected metadata. Yeah. Not only one lot of metadata, we've actually collected 2 lots of metadata. So we've got all the information about the camera there as well. We've got a timestamp image. We've got a circumference of her image. We've got the radius of the image. Obviously, we'll be timing it across the screen. Then if you go to my observations, what you'll see, I've done all my readings are similar. So I've got a time-stamped image. I've measured the circumference in pixels. I've got my metadata. I've got a second lot of metadata to back the first lot of metadata up to confirm everything. You know what I mean? What we're basically doing, we're just showing you that normal people can gather a lot of data. You know what I mean? We've got time and date readings. We've got the time it takes the moon to travel in the sun to travel in degrees from 2 points between 12 hours. You know what I mean? We've measured that gap. So there's loads and loads of data you can collect. Yeah. And this is like going to be like a year-long experiment, because we have to do it when it's on the tropics, when it's on the equator, and obviously when you've got the spring equinox as well. So it's going to be like a very, very long 4-part video, and then like probably do a conclusion video to end it.
I was going to say, there's all that data there that I've done as well with Sandra and Cosmic Surfer, loads of others. As you can see, we've got like a compass reading just to show that the app is pretty accurate. You know what I mean? Pointing the compass north. It's about 1 degree out, but there is a 2-degree declination in the UK. So, like I say, there's Jenna's compass reading. That was a really difficult reading to get that because of the magnetic declination in Buffalo, New York, is like 20 degrees west. So to get that there, it's really, really difficult. You know what I mean? It's like I say, you can see how much data you can just collect. You know what I mean? We've got like we compare the readings, you know, the actual theodolite readings, compare them with mooncalc. Yeah, see when it rises, when it sets. There you can see it. That's like over a 12-hour period. What I do then, measure how many degrees it covers in that period, and compare that against my readings to see if the sun's traveling further from her perspective. There's so much information you can get from this type of observation, and especially when the fall comes and we do the exact same readings again, shooting at we can't shoot at the exact same zoom. I'm shooting at 1440 millimeter, which I'll show you on the metadata here. Well, I think this, yeah, this is for Jenna's. If you look there, the focal length is 1400 millimeter. Then if you go to my readings, you'll see that I'm shooting in 1440 millimeter. It's nearly identical. We can't get the camera the same because I've got a Nikon Coolpix B700 and she's got the P900. But what we found out is, if you look at the actual sizes, yeah, mine measures 235 pixels. And from Jenna's perspective,
Hers measures 234. But obviously she's shooting at a slightly different focal range, but you can see it's very, very accurate. You know what I mean? And it's uncanny when you watch the actual the moon race, the type moon race. Well, I call it moon race, but it's like a sun race, really, isn't it? A soul crossing.
The sun race.
Yeah. So, like I see, I've overlaid them there, so you can see them where they go across the screen, and they basically go at the same speed, exactly the same speed. So it's interesting.
Dave, if you click on one of your pictures with the right button, go to someone, go. What one were you on there? Yeah, that one of them. Go click on with the right. Is that a raw one? The first one? Go on the one next to it.
The actual raw. That is the actual raw image. That one.
Yeah, go properties at the bottom. Go details. It tells you there what it was taken with and everything.
Yeah, it does, but that wouldn't look very good on a screen on a video. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm just saying, like, you have, like, just so you can confirm that was
I know that.
Yeah.
But like I said,
that's what I do. Everything.
It just shows you how much information you can actually collect. You know what I mean? We're not scientists. All we've done is just basically got our heads together and just like collected as much information as we can.
I think you are kind of the scientist of today. Thank you.
This is science, man.
Yeah, so keep your eyes out for that, because I'm actually learning new techniques on video editing as well. You know what I mean? The video, putting the video together, I'm using like animated overlays and things like that. So it's pretty good.
Well, you're doing a great job, man. I can't thank you enough. It is